There's lots of hair on my sweater. Hello everyone and welcome. Oh, it's a brew. Let's try that again. Ready?
Born ready. I wish it was warmer out.
Yeah, me too. Hello everyone and welcome back to Foster the Meeple, a channel all about
Board games.
And
Fights.
yeah, I'm ready for a fight. I've been ready all day.
Mm-hmm.
You've been ready all day.
I'm the peacekeeper here.
Okay. You mispronounced.
Good one.
Wait.
Yeah, good one. Yeah, that's all you.
Instigator.
Wow, it's a good one.
Today is another episode of Board Games and Brew. We have coffee because Jeff is sleepy.
Why would that mean you have coffee?
Well, because I was already making it. Have some of your coffee. Ease up.
It's too hot.
It's not, Jeff. I'm doing it. Good. All right, we are here today to do a video where Jeff and I need to come to an agreement on 5 board games. And the situation is if we only had 5 board games.
We've done a similar thing,
We've
but
done something similar, but
each of us picked 5.
we each had our own list. Today we have to come to an agreement on if we could only have 5 board games between the two of us.
Probably picked the worst ones.
What 5 games would those be? Now, some stipulations around it. Jeff asked this question, and I already know that this game is going to be on his list, but he's like, does that mean I could have every single form of root ever? The answer is no. You could only have 1. So expansions aren't included.
I can only have the base game of the thing.
Or you could have like one of the whatever. Like you could be like, I will just have this one. Okay, so that's one thing.
Dumb rule.
The other thing is like we can play, we don't just have to play them with each other. But
There's
like,
still people, but we can only play these 5 games.
Exactly. Yeah, we're restarting our collection, but not even restarting. These are just 5 games a week. The only 5 games we'll ever have again in our lives. That's it.
Yeah.
We're never getting any more games. It's not very realistic, as I'm sure you are aware.
There's a zombie apocalypse, and the zombies ate
All the
our
games.
games except for these 5.
Yeah, they ate
They
all...
weren't interested in any of the humans.
No.
They just wanted to eat board games.
Not only did they eat all of our board games, they ate all board games. That's why we only have 5.
Okay.
And we'll
gotcha.
never ever get any more because of the zombies.
Yeah. Anytime anyone tries to produce a new game, it attracts the zombies and they eat that game.
Mm-hmm.
They just, for some reason, these 5 games are like, nope.
Yeah.
Don't want those ones.
Needless to say, there's no zombie games on the list because we have been traumatized.
That is fact.
Yeah.
There
Okay.
is no zombie games.
So how we have done this is I've made a list of games that I would like, and Jeff has made a list of games he would like. We're going to tell you what those lists are, and then together we are going to have to come to an agreement on 5
Well, that's how we're doing it?
games,
We're
I
listing them
guess.
straight up front? Okay.
So yeah, maybe I'll just go through the list I made, and you go through the list you made, and then
God,
we're going to try
I'm
and
so
figure it out.
nervous about your list.
I actually wrote down 7. but
We're already off to a great start.
but I'm only going to read the top 5.
Yeah, like, come on.
Okay, so on my list, I have Villainous from Ravensburger, obviously.
Which one?
The base,
Yeah.
because it comes with the most characters.
Okay.
Then I have Imperial Settlers Empires of the North, and that is from Portal Games. Then I have Fantasy Realms
I knew you'd pick that one.
from WizKids. Then I have Cubitos, a John D. Clare special from AEG. And then finally, I have Castles of Burgundy. And caveat to this one, it's going to be Castles of Burgundy, the new one that's coming out.
From
that has
Awaken
pretty
Realms?
art from Awaken Realms. Yeah, those are the 5 that I have picked.
My 5 games are
Root.
number 1, Root
I knew
from
it.
Leader Games. And I'll just take the base game since that's what I'm allowed to have.
Yep.
Scythe from Stonemeyer Games.
Mm-hmm.
Cuba Libre from GMT. Res Arcana from Sandcastle Games. And Fuji Flush
Okay.
from Stronghold Games.
All right, so you had Res, which I did have on my list, and then I took off because I knew Jeff was going to say it. Fuji Flush, Res, Root,
Yep.
Cuba,
Uh-huh.
and what was the other one? Scythe.
Yep.
Ugh, what is
Okay.
That's a very serious bunch
Okay,
of games.
here's the deal. I think we each, right off the top, pick 1 game
Yeah,
each.
okay.
That is not debatable from our lists.
Okay, right. But just think about this, Jeff.
I think I should get to pick 2 and use 0
Why?
because my games are better.
Mine are obviously better. You're
Jamie.
like, hey, do you have 5 hours? Well, we could play 3 of these games.
Time is not a variable in this argument.
It is for me.
It's not. What are you talking about?
We
It's
haven't even
about
started. We have to pick which
it's
games
about
are
what
no
games we want to
bugaboo.
play. I don't want to play any of those games.
Jeff,
Castles of Burgundy is a good one though. I'm into
you
that.
love these games. We love these games.
Yeah.
My one is obviously going to be Villainous.
Dumb.
It's not dumb. What's your one? Root.
My one is root. Yeah.
But are you locking that in? Because
Yes.
all I'm going to say is how many times have we played root?
That's a you thing, not a me. I play root at literally every day.
The physical game.
That's not my
That's
problem.
actually a good question, though. Do online apps exist?
No.
The zombies ate those?
They ate all the online devices.
Did they eat the internet?
Yep, internet is gone. They ate the internet.
You jerks.
Yes, I'm going to play root because you said that we still have access to people to play games with.
Yeah, who are we playing that with?
I'll find people because there's no way in... Root is my most played game. I play it every single day. I'm up over 50 plays of this game. Easy.
Yeah, I can't tell if... Do you like root or no?
God, you're pissing me off.
So we have two, Villainous and Root. It's, I guess, not a surprise. Villainous is my favorite game of all time. Root is Jeff's favorite game. So we have 3 more spots. So let's maybe go through the list and talk about some of our reasonings why we picked them.
I think we should start with, are there any off of your list that I agree with and any on my list you agree with? Or, no, sorry, let's go the other way.
Okay.
What on your list am I just like, no? And what on my list are you just like, no? I'm pretty no on Imperial Settlers of the North.
Really?
Yeah, no. I don't need that game.
Okay, but can
I really like that game, Jamie, but we don't need it.
Can I just tell you my reasons, though, first?
Because you're good at it.
Well, but also because there's a lot of variety in it, you know?
Sure.
Because there's all the different factions and they all play differently. So I figured, like, it's a good length, it's cute, and we would have lots of variety that we wouldn't get bored.
You wouldn't get bored because you would win it all the time.
Not if I didn't play with the penguin girl. So you're crossing off Imperial
No,
Settlers.
we don't have to. Listen, this is all what this is about. It's about the debate. I'm not crossing it off.
Okay.
You haven't sold me on it, but I'm not crossing it off.
Well,
what about my list?
I think I would probably... Well, if the zombies ate the internet, then who are we playing Kuba with? Because Rodney doesn't live close enough to play.
Why do you get so fixated on why we don't have, like, just because right now we don't play Root or Kuba with other people that we just can't ever play that game with other people? That's a dumb argument.
Okay, Jeff.
Also, Rodney is not that far away.
I know, but in the winter time, it's harder to get there.
And I picked Kuba. I picked Root and Kuba. Well, Root I picked because
Root
it's
and
my
Kuba
favorite.
are very similar.
So that's why I picked them, because every time you play Kuba, it's a different game. You want to go on about, well, we don't get bored playing Empire Settlers of the North.
You don't.
You won't get bored playing Kuba because literally every game is different. Mm-hmm. Yes, the factions are all the same, but the game is going to play out completely differently because of the event cards that come out.
I guess.
It's a completely different game every time you play it.
If I was choosing between Kuba and Root, I'd be picking Root. I'm just saying, we're just having.
We're not picking between Root and Kuba.
I understand, Jeff. I'm just telling you if I.
In my opinion, we're picking between Kuba and Empire Settlers of the North because that game shouldn't be on the list.
Let's just talk about some others. We just gotta flesh some of this out. What are your thoughts on Fantasy Realms?
I'm all right with it, but I think it would sail.
Sail?
Yep.
Sail?
I think it would sail.
Okay. Like we could put it up for
Cubitos
sale.
I'm really not into.
Really? You don't? Okay, so...
Again, great
what I'm
game.
seeing here is you just don't want to have any happy fun.
What I'm seeing here is that my 5 games should be the 5 we pick.
I think we can both agree on Castles of Burgundy.
I actually agree on that. I do like that pick.
I'm just going to put a star next to it.
I do think Castles of Burgundy is a great pick.
I'm also feeling like Res Arcana is a great pick, but if we can't have the expansions, I feel a little bit less.
Agreed.
Because I did have Res was on my short
picked
list.
Res not fully, I think, grasping the consequences of not having the other 2 expansions. Res is another example, just like Kuba, though, where the places of power can be different every time. Your mages are different every time. There is some variability there.
Yeah. I mean, I'm lukewarm on it.
Let's talk Fuji Flesh, because I think that one's the most different of both of our lists.
So you put Fuji Flesh because it's a good party group game.
Yes.
And that's kind of why I picked Cubitos. But Fuji Flesh is easier. Friendlier.
Much more fun, in my opinion.
But you can't play it at 2. Whereas Cubitos...
Why are you so obsessed with the player count?
Because, Jeff, I'm just trying to be realistic about our only 5 games that we get to play.
Okay, well, there's a million Villainous 2-player game.
What? You could play Villainous with more people.
What are you talking about? You literally just said, well, it was 2-player, and I said, well, you can play Villainous at 2-player, and you're like, yeah, but what do we have? You can play it at a higher... What's your argument? Pick an argument.
Here's where I'm thinking. I consider Cubitos and Fuji Flesh both in kind of a more party-esque game realm, but Cubitos has more variety More variability.
What do you have more fun playing? And if you pick
Cubitos.
Jamie,
Jeff,
are you drunk?
I don't drink drunk.
We've had way more fun experiences playing Fuji Flush than
That's
Cubitos.
Because I always win Cubitos.
How many people have come to you and be like Choo Choo Train? Nobody.
Nobody's come to me saying Choo Choo
Nobody
Train?
after Cubitos.
Everybody says Choo Choo Train.
After Cubitos. No one says that.
Okay, well, let's just think about it. Scythe is interesting.
I'm okay getting rid of that one.
Yeah.
I picked Scythe because I knew it was a troops on a map game.
Well, that's the thing. Like, you gotta have variety.
I mean, it's not. It's kind of troops on a map game. Just it was something with some minis that I was like, I feel like I need minis in my life. But I'm willing to let that one go. I think that there's no way that one's getting on the list. Let's be fair.
Well, okay. I think that it's pretty likely that Castles of Burgundy is going to get on the list.
Yeah, we already agreed. So
I just put a star next to it. So Castles of Burgundy is great at 2 players.
Let's do it.
You could play it at more players.
I think it's better at 2 than.
Oh, it is.
In my opinion.
So we're gonna lock in Castles of Burgundy.
Yeah. Agreed.
Do you want to know something really funny? We don't own it.
We had Jamie's Bros copy for a long time, and then we went to actually buy it, and we didn't. But now I'm kind of glad we didn't because
the new one's coming out.
I do want to get the new Awakened Realms
so
version. Regardless of what your opinion is on overproduction,
I love it.
I'm a sucker for it.
You'll love to see it. I want a pretty cool.
I'm all in on that bad boy.
And we'll just assume that the zombies don't attack until after that gets fulfilled.
Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, it would be like, oh, if it happened now, they ate all of Zach's collection except for 5, and then we just steal that one from him. And he'll never know. All right, so we got Villainous, Root, and Castles of Burgundy. So Villainous is pretty card-based.
I agree with you about Root and Kuba. They're too close.
Too close.
It's fair. I love Kuba. And I think that
too.
Got enough variability, but so does Root.
With Kuba, you
don't get the Exiles and Partisans deck to Root if you're just playing base game. But that's fine.
Yeah, I don't even know what that means. So does that mean that we're taking Kuba off the list?
Ugh, I really don't want to.
Because I'm leaning, so we've got 2 from my list, 1 from yours. I am also leaning towards Res Arcana.
Yeah, I think so too, because Res plays really great at 2-player. It would give us a little bit more variety at 2-player because Root...
Why you do that?
Root is not good at 2-player.
Jeff just got so excited talking about board games that he flung coffee all about this nice white table that's never had a stain on it before. Ooh. What, a crossover? Oh, here we come. Professional cleaners. Get that toilet paper out.
There's no paper towel down here.
Toilet paper does the trick.
Toilet paper's probably better.
Super absorbent. Ugh. I don't like the way the toilet paper looks with the wet coffee on it. Wait, the butt of this glass needs to be wiped down. Bing. Bing bong, ding bong. Okay, welcome back. I don't know where you were.
I was going to say, I do think Res is a good pick because it's really good at 2-player and it's also very good at a higher player count.
Yeah.
Villainous, same deal.
Yeah.
I just think there's more accessibility there to your point about player count, blah, 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 what you're going on about earlier.
That's what I was going on about, yes.
Root is primarily going to be a 4-player game.
Yep.
Castles of Burgundy, I think for us, is primarily a 2-player game.
Yeah.
I don't overly enjoy Castles at a higher than 2-player count.
No, but it can be done. The thing is, now,
of course it can be done.
We've got on the list, we've got 2 games that I would consider very easy to table, Villainous and Res Arcana. Minimal setup. They both take around 30 to 45 minutes to play. That's good. And then we have a heavier game of Root that if we want to really dive into something.
Right now, I think we're between Cubitos and Fuji Flush to give us...
Are you over Fantasy Realms?
I don't think I want Fantasy Realms in, no.
Bye.
Just to round out the game selection,
yeah,
we should have something that is
fun,
party adjacent, whether that is Cubitos or Fuji Flush.
Yeah. I guess the only reason why I'm leaning away from Fuji Flush is because it would be a game on a list of 5 that you and I could not play together without relying on other people.
That's the same as Root, though.
Now, we also could just choose a different game. We're making our own rules.
True.
Like, what is like a party adjacent? Because I did have Camel Up. You can't play Camel Up at 2 players. So what is like a party-esque or party adjacent game that we could play together? Or it doesn't even need to be. What's just a fun game? Quacks.
Dice Throne.
Dice Throne could be good. Scout.
I did see that, and I was thinking about that.
Because you could play that at 2.
Silver Bullet.
Silver Bullet. People are expecting Silver Bullet, but
people are expecting Silver Bullet.
Somebody's getting over it.
Listen, full transparency. I've cooled a little bit on Silver Bullet.
Not me. Tell them why you've cooled on it.
I just get bored of it. I literally just won the last game we played.
That doesn't sound like something that really happened. What do you think, Jeff? What about Scout? Or like a roll and write
Colt
even?
Express.
Colt Express. You can't play that at 2.
Well, why does it have to be played at 2?
Well, I'm just saying, if we only have 5 games.
We have 3 games we can play at 2
I just
player.
think it's a bit of a throwaway.
Why?
Because, like, if there's one game, we only have 5 games, there's one that we can't play together. If we don't have anybody to play
We
with.
can't play Root together.
We can't. Technically, you can.
True.
Hmm.
But, like, we also have no campaign games on there, and that rattles me a little bit.
Well, that's the problem, too, right? You have a campaign game, and then what happens when you finish it?
That's true. All right, fair.
Yeah.
What about Rhino Hero?
Yeah, like, or Crokinole.
That's 2 player, though.
You can't play, can you play teams?
Probably. I don't know, actually.
Like, I'm thinking, like, something, like, what's a game that we're just like, oh, let's just play this? Like, a roll and write, or
King
a card
Domino.
game, or, yeah, like, something like King Domino. What do you think?
I think it needs to have some juice.
Gotta blame it on the juice, baby. It ain't my fault that I'm not getting loose.
Dane Terrainy.
Yeah?
Like, kind of like an abstract game.
Like a Zool?
Is there a world we could live in where we don't get to play Camel Up with people, though?
Ugh, I hope not. Should we just put Camel Up on the list?
I think we need to.
And then we could just play it 2
I think
players.
so. I think Cubitos hits 2 things. It's party adjacent, super fun to play. I'll give you that. And it's a race game, which you enjoy.
Yes, big time.
Camel Up, while it isn't a race game, it has that component to it.
It's fun.
And it is an absolute blast.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. I want a game on here that is just fun. Like, just
Well, that's why I
pure
picked
fun.
Fuji Flush.
That's why I picked Cubitos. What about Downforce?
No.
Nah.
It's great, but again, these games are going to be games. These are the only games you're playing.
These are forever.
What about like Brass?
How about no?
Hallertau? Oh, I got it.
What?
Agricola. Has to be Agricola. Great at 2 player.
No,
Great at higher player counts.
Not
Every
really.
game's different.
barely. Every game is boring. I don't know, Jeff. It could be Azul. It could
No.
be Camel Up.
No,
It
I don't
could
think it's Camel Up.
be, Scout.
Scout is good.
Yeah.
Is Scout good at 2 player?
Yeah, I didn't mind it at 2 players.
I don't remember playing it at 2 player.
That's one that's just like, hey, you want to play a game of Scout? Sure.
You know what? I agree.
Yeah, and we could travel with it. All right, here you go. Our last game that we're picking is going to be Scout. Jeff and I have come up with just this great list of 5. We have Villainous, Brute, Castles of Burgundy, the new edition. The zombies don't hit until after it gets delivered. Res Arcana and Scout. That's a little something for everyone. We got Disney, we got cute woodland animals, we got a little Euro, we got a little engine builder, and then we got a quick card game that's great for travel.
Little party adjacent card game.
I'm quite happy with this.
I actually am too.
Let's high five about it. Good
Cuba
job.
Libre rattles me. I really want.
I know, but you know what I bet though? That Rodney would keep that one. So we'll just play his.
We're the only people that have any games in the world.
Oh, we are?
Mhm.
That sucks for you guys.
Zombies ate all the other games.
Except for ours.
Except for these copies of games. So everyone can have these copies of game.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah, you can come play with us, I guess.
No, people
If
can
you're
have
not a
these,
zombie.
but only these 5. Every other
Oh.
game's gone.
I see. Okay.
So, like, people would have these 5 games.
Oh, well, you guys are lucky then. These are great games.
Yeah.
Those are the 5 games that we are going to have for the rest of our lives, and we are going to live in harmony with the zombies who we know don't
Here's
want
a
to
fun
eat these
thing.
ones. What?
So, I would normally win most villainous games.
That's debatable.
Definitely going to win most root games.
You're not winning castles.
Castles, I've never won, ever, against anyone. I've literally never won that game. Not one time.
Not even one time.
Res Arcana, I'm going to beat you the majority of the time.
Guess
Come
we'll
on.
see.
Oh my god.
I guess we'll see.
We have 30 games of that game to prove.
I guess we'll see.
Scout, I think, is you. So we have me, Villainous,
No,
me,
I think
Root,
Villainous is a tie.
me, Villainous, me, Root, me,
a
Res,
tie on Villainous.
you, Castles, you, Scout. So I win 3-2. Perfect.
That's not right because Villainous is
Jamie,
a tie.
I always beat you in Villainous.
Oh my god, you wish.
Go see the tournament.
That is all that we have for you guys today. If you're interested in buying games, just these 5 though, because the zombies.
If you're
will eat the
interested
rest
in
of
buying
them.
Villainous Root, Castles of Burgundy, the new edition, Res Arcana, or Scout, please go see your friendly local gaming store. For us here in Halifax, that is.
It's the Boardroom Game Cafe.
The Boardroom Game Cafe. We mixed it up.
We did. Now, all of these games I have seen at the Boardroom Game Cafe. So we're not, except for obviously they might have like the old Castles of Burgundy, but that's not their fault. It's just because the new one's not out yet.
Yep.
That is all that we have for you guys today. Let us know down below what games you could not live without. Like, what is that one game that you're like?
Yeah. Throw in the comments the one game, just one game that you could not live without.
Yeah. If you put down two,
what on this list is the one you can't live without? Villainous? Yeah, mine's Root.
Yeah. It makes sense because those are our number one games. That's all we have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you see,
please subscribe.
We hope to see you again soon. And now we say goodbye. Goodbye.
Later days.
Don't trip on that cord. You almost did it. Bing bong, bing bong. Oh, we got coffee on my notebook. And it seeped.
I've never had this before.
That's old man skin.
What's that mean?
I don't know. What were you gonna say besides that?
I forgot in our Kickstarter video I had P500 2 GMT games. I forgot. I would really have liked to have talked about them.
Bummer.
Could we just do like from the future?
Sure. Go ahead.
Not right now.
Oh, okay.